Yeah, Deepak, it's usual.
Okay. Now we will see this 16 field. Okay. If you give interview even up to 10 year also, yeah, I get this sometime. They will not ask me now in 10 years experience, they will not ask me all those 16 field, but they'll ask me some certain field. Tell me the use of this requirement in the pricing, at least, right? And then to the 5 year of experience, they will always ask you. This is very common. If you give 10 interview, 9 interviews, this question will be asked. Tell me the 16 field of pricing procedure. Now it's 18 field in S4 HANA, but generally how they say 16 field, so it's always 16 field they say. But now in HANA it's 18 field, so they'll say, tell me the 18 fields of pricing procedure. What are those fields or what are the function of those fields? Okay, few we have seen it already, but now again we will cover one by one. Okay, let us go to our pricing procedure. This is I wanted to set up our pricing procedure so that we can see the differences of the changes right away. Let's go to our pricing procedure. This is very important. Okay, I I I thought of covering all this 16 field or 18 field in one class, but let's not do it because it will be very fast and maybe you people will not understand. So let's see how many we can cover today, and let whatever will be remaining we'll uh, cover tomorrow or the next class. So as I told you, this is the 18 field of your pricing procedures. Any pricing procedure open, these fields will be common. You can maintain different values, that is fine, but these columns are common. The first question will be, at least in the during the initial days, initial phase of your career, these people will simply ask you, tell me the 18 field of pricing procedure. Function is another question. What is the function of counter? What is the function of from and to? So this is another question. Simply they will ask you this thing. Tell me the 18 fields. You should just remember this. That's it. First is the step, then counter, then condition type, then description, then from, to, manual, required, static, release for accounting, print type, subtotal. Okay, just remember it. That's it. Remember these 18 fields and sequence. In a sequence, if you remember in sequence, that will give a good impact to the interview if you answer in the sequence way. Okay, just remember it. The function we'll see one by one, but just remember it for interview purpose. What are the 18 fields? Clear? In our document, it says only 16 because it's the old document. I'll tell you what are the other two fields. So this is the new field actually. This is the release for accounting. This is new actually in S4 HANA, and this is new. Okay. If someone asks you what are the new fields in S4 HANA, you need to say you need to tell this one. Actually, see, earlier it was 16, right? Then it became 17, and then it became 18. So this was the 17th field. That means this was added first. This relevant for accounting, and this was added later. Okay, as I told you, in some interview, the interviewer itself will not know this control, this access control. So they will say, no, I only know up to 17. Okay, so don't argue, don't try to be over smart. Simply say, no, in the latest version, it is up to 18. Correct, up to controls we have in pricing procedure. One is relevant for accounting, that is the 17th field, and access control is the 18th field. Okay, and okay, now let's go one by one. Uh, yeah, the first is your step, right? This is your first control in the pricing procedure step. Step means it is a sequence basically. A step will specify the sequence of the condition type in the pricing procedure. This is how we set up. A step will have, see, this step is something you see only number, right? 10, 20, 30, 40. This number is very important actually. What number you give here. You see this from and to, I've given 10 here, right? Just ignore why I'm giving 10 here, but you see I've given from and to 10. This is this 10 only. Basically, what I will enter here, I may have to use this number, step number here also. But generally, as I told you, the pricing works in the sequential from top to bottom. So first it will read or it will try to find out the value for step number 10, that is for ZPR0. Then it goes for 20, then P0, then 30, ZK05, right? This is how system reads the value. Or you can say step number is the sequence, how we arrange the condition type in our pricing procedure. Clear? Now one more thing. You must have seen we always give like 10, 20, 30. Why not 1, 2, 3, 4? We could have given, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 7. Like this also we can give, right? Why we went for this 10, 20? Anyone? If I use 1, 2, 3, 4, or if I use 10, 20, what is the difference? Is there any advantage if I maintain like this 10, 20, 30, 40 like this if I maintain? Do you see any advantage? Anyone? Think logically. Don't
Uh,
go don't go too technical. Simply just think what could be benefit if I maintain 10, 20, 30, 40 like
uh,
this.
if you want to make any changes in between 10 to 20, like if you want to add any step number, we can
Exactly.
do that after the pricing procedure.
Exactly. Like here if you see we have added that 55 and 56 in between 50 and 60, right? So how we were able to add? Since we have used 50 and 60, so there was 9 spaces available for me. I can add that. And if you use 1, 2, 3, 4, then what we have to do? You have to restructure the whole pricing. Since we are only working with some 8 or 10 pricing condition, right? In real world, it could be 20, 50 condition type. It's very difficult to rearrange them again. As I told you, it's not simple Excel. Okay, you cut it from here and you paste it here. No, it's not that easy. There's so many controls. There are so many from two steps are there. So it will just mix up everything and your pricing procedure will go to top. Okay, so this is the best practice you give. You can give 100, 200, that is also fine. Okay, but this is the standard practice. Generally, we follow 10, 20 so that if in future if I have to add, let's say this is my pricing procedure working, right? This is of now it is working fine. But let's say for or any day a new requirement come that they want to add one more discount here between 30 to 40. I can add it. If it's 30, 40, I can add, I can give 31, 32, 33, I can give, right? But if it is 1, 2, 3, 4, I cannot give it. Clear? Understood what is the use of this step and why we follow this 10, 20?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
Deepak.
Now, see, for any reason, let's say you have forgot to enter this 10, 20, you entered 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Okay. You entered like this 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I have to add something between 4 and 5. Then you can use this counter. So counter is nothing but a subdivision or further segregation or further option available after the step. Like here, if you see, it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It has given the step 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it don't have 10, 20. It has a space between 4 and 5. So how he had added one more condition type here, you see, he has used the counter 4, 1, 4, 2. Yes. So now what system will do? System will read first that we are 0, then 2, then 3, then 4, 1 first it will read, then 4, 2, and then it will go to 5. Clear? So like this you can also add. Again, this counter, then 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you can add up to 100 or up to whatever number you want, you can add it. The counter will be only used when there is no space between the steps and you want to add one more condition, then you have to use this counter. Yeah, you see, you use counter if there is no space between the two steps and you have to add one more condition type. Then you use it. Yeah. Any questions so far?
No, Deepak.
no, Deepak. Like,
Okay.
has there been any scenario where we are using, let's say, 10 to 20,
Mhm.
and the steps in between we have used like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 also,
Mhm.
and then has there been any situations where we have also used the
Counter
counter
you
in
can use
pricing?
any number. It's not up to 10. Counter you can have any number. Let us see. Let me go to change mode and let me show you. Let's use 21. See, you can enter anything. 1 to 100, 1 to 1000, anything will enter. It's not up to 10. Okay, let's say 22
Yeah,
also
yeah,
you
no,
can add.
Deepak. This part I understood. Like, I am saying, like in real time, has there been any situation where this has been used before?
It depends actually. I said if you have the spaces here, let me remove this. In my experience, I have never used actually. See, pricing is very
Yeah,
complex actually. Let me tell you straight away. It's very complex and it's very what do you call critical, right? So
yeah,
generally, some senior consultant will be working there. Okay, you will not get a chance to configure pricing. If it's a simple, then they may give you. They copy this pricing
Hmm.
procedure and create a similar pricing procedure. That kind of work they may give you, but they will never give you to configure a pricing procedure for any company, because this pricing is very important, right?
Yeah.
It's not the sale. It's the amount and the pricing how the sale is happening. That is the more critical thing. Okay. So in one of my project, I got a chance to work on pricing. I was handling the pricing independently, so it was good actually. But generally, that I told you, they don't give up to 5 or 7 experience. They generally don't give it. If you have more than 10 years of experience, they trust. Okay, you can handle pricing, so they give it. So a counter,
Okay.
at least I have not used it, but we can use it. Let's say if you want to add 21, you can add it. Let us add it. Let me add it 21. That's fine. 20. Let's add one. Uh, yes, let me see what condition type we can use. In 500, let's remove this 500. I don't know what is this manual price. Let's assume it's a manual. Let's add this. Let's add this one also. 1173. We should only use the counter for. We should use the counter only for manual item conditions. Fine. Let's go back. You see now it is coming here. Yes, so it came between 20 and 30. Let's save it. That's fine. No problem. Now let's try to create a sales order. You see, first is ZPR 0, then ZMP 0. Then instead of going to 30, system consider this 21. That is ZM 23 it has added. And then it has gone to the 30. Yeah. Since we are using 2030, you must see okay why you are using counter. It's not used actually. We could use 21 directly, right? Clear? Use of
Yeah.
counter to add
Yeah.
a new condition type if you don't have the steps available between two steps. If you don't have the available step number, then you can use counter also. Okay. Let me try to put some value. Maybe it will be useful for future also. Yeah, you can use it. Okay, you see guidance on to what is the condition type for this, the condition class. It should not be B, but let me see. Let's see the
Quantity.
count and search that fine. Okay, counter is clear.
Yeah, Deepak.
Yeah. Deepak.
Yeah. And yeah, see, it's always recommended to use the step number with some gap. Any number, it's not 10, 20. You can give any number, 10, then you use 15, or you use 10, 50, but some number you should give between any two condition type. So you don't have to use counter. Okay. But if it's not available, let's say there some other consultant worked there and they have not used it, then you have the option of using counter and then you can add your condition type. Okay. Now the third control what we have in our pricing procedure is condition type. So condition type, as you know, we create in T code. T code for condition type creation.
V/06.
Exactly. So in v/06 you create a condition. That condition you assign it here, and the description also it will come from your what you have maintained in the v/06 that will come right. So this is what it is. This is nothing to explain here. The condition type what you create you assign it here right. Now okay, one more thing actually yeah. Before we go to description, you notice this line. Does it have any condition type? 60?
No, Deepak.
No.
No. There is only description here, right? That means that 60 is not a condition type step number. It's a description. Why we do this kind of why we add this actually? Let me go to a standard one. Then maybe I'll explain you about that. We go to what is the standard pricing procedure?
RA something. RA 001
And what is the T code for pricing
08.
procedure?
V slash 08.
08.
Okay, 08. It's RVA 001. Okay, let us see. We have already opened that we slash 08 somewhere, so it is not allowing you to open the open the whatever open in the edit mode. That's fine. We just want to see it, so we'll click OK. Click here. RVA. If you don't remember full, that's fine. In the SAP, you can just type half also, it will take you there. Okay, RVA 0001. There you see gross value. It is not condition type. Then what it will do, for some reason you want to add this 4 and you want to display somewhere. Like in our sales order, let me go to my sales order. If someone asks you what is the summation of these two numbers, these two values, do you have anywhere?
No.
No. But you know system is doing like this only. First it is taking 50, then it is adding 34, then it is giving some 5 rupee discount, then again 5 rupee discount, then this is static. You see one more thing. The static condition will appear in the black. That means it is not impacting your pricing. Whatever appears in blue, that only impacts your pricing. You see the static checkbox is there for your VPRs, right? Clear? So from here also you can say
Yeah.
you can tell which condition type is impacting the net value, which is not. So now what is happening in our case? We are not able to see the summation of these two. Clear? Let's do one thing. Let me add one more line here. We want to add ZR0 that is 05 के पहले. That means we should use 29. Okay, let's use 29. So 29 I will use and I will say some. Let's say
Gross price.
okay. Let's say gross price. That time. Anything you can type. Okay. So I've not given the condition type. I simply said gross price. Save it.
What it asked? Should we do statistics for this? No, right?
No need, no need. See, whatever condition type has the value, that only will pass to accounting. This will never
Yeah.
go to accounting because there is no condition type assigned to it, right?
Yeah.
So there is no need to maintain account key, no need to maintain a static and nothing. No need to do all these things. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Now let's save it. And now let's try to create a sales order. It may take some time to explain all those fields, but it will be useful for you people. But as I said, some interviews will only be happening on your pricing
Pricing.
itself. They will never go to some other topic. They will only the pricing over.
Gross price.
Uh, yeah, gross
What
price
was
came, but I have not entered this value. Let me add some value 10.
mm,
It's a manual, right? You see? History.
60?
So for some reason, if you want to show this value, also for some other purpose, also you can use it for uh, what do you call for create management and all. You can use it, but you see the difference. If I'm not using this, I cannot see the summation of these two. I can simply see the final value here. But for some reason, if let's say there are three condition type for discount, okay, and I want to give the summation of discount. I want to give one more line here, all discounted or all, sum of
Price.
all discount, right?
Yeah.
So that also you can display here, so that the
Okay.
person who is placing the order, you can also see, okay, this is the total discount coming for this sales order. He will not add the calculator, okay, 10, 15. He will not add it. You will simply see this line. Clear?
Deepak, one doubt.
Yeah.
Like this, whatever we are seeing, this condition and pricing and sales order, invoice billing and all, right?
Right.
We are seeing it in SAP system, but
Right.
how do we see it as that? How do you like in PO system when we print the bill and all? No, it comes out as details. Like how do we emulate that in SAP?
No, no. Come again. Come again.
Like in the POS machines and all, they give you the bills and all, right?
right?
Huh,
When you buy
so
something from a real store, right?
correct,
Right,
correct. So let's assume they are also using SAP systems
right,
for their end user. So
right.
how does it emulate this pricing billing kind of structure on the printed bill? Like, I
No,
mean, how do we
no,
export the
no.
data from here?
Though they see when you are working at a company, you will
Huh,
not display all this to your customer because this is
correct.
something internal, confidential information, right? Why you want to show all this to your customer? No need.
No, no, I mean to say, assuming like only if you want to show gross price and discount and things
Exactly.
like that.
Only
Yeah,
few
how do
data they
we?
want to know. What is the net
Yeah,
price? What is the tax? Or let's say some freight charges that you cannot hide because freight that is something that customer is going to pay, right? So that you don't want to hide.
correct,
But some
correct.
profit, that VPRS, what is the internal cost? Why you want to show that?
Yeah,
So when
yeah.
you
So
print
how
it
do?
actually, see, what I
Huh,
tell you,
yeah.
when you whether it's an invoice or sales order, you can print it. Print it something as a form of output, basically, right? When you
Okay.
print it, you tell your developer, boss only
Hmm.
print this condition type. So they will take only that condition type and they will print it.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so this is how it works actually. You will never show this is for your company purpose. Company who is operating this nobody this data you don't want to show your to end customer. Why you want to show all these things? These are the
Correct, correct.
confidential, right?
Yeah, yeah. So my only doubt was like, how do we export this data into that physical kind of bill? Like, I mean, I know we are not going to show everything. At least the net
Yeah.
price,
I,
gross
I'll,
price.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Don't worry. I will come to that. That is a form of output actually. See, there are multiple form
Okay,
of output. Either you can send this data as the form of printout. That is also output. You can send it over mail in form of
okay.
PDF. That is also one kind of output. Also, you can send some facts also, but nowadays facts nobody uses. But SAP has given that as option as the facts also. There is
Okay.
another way of output. Let's say you are also using some system, right? You are also
Hmm.
using some SAP or some other ERP system, and your company, the company from which you are buying, he is also using some SAP system, right?
Yeah.
And you want to say whenever you are creating, you send me the data directly to my system. Some connection will be there, some ports will be there, some interconnections are there. You create an invoice, system will send some IDOC or some data to that system directly.
O- Okay, okay.
Okay, that is also one form of output, ALE or some technical what you call electronic output that you send it. Electronic, right? It's not printout. You're
Yeah,
sending directly,
electronic.
yeah, electronic data. You're simply sending the data to their system, and their
Yeah,
system understand okay how much the price, how much the net value, everything they can understand. Okay.
yeah.
So this is also form of output. This all will cover. Don't worry. We have all these topics later. Don't worry. We'll try to cover.
Okay, done,
Okay.
done.
Now you see. So this is clear. When we only enter description, what is the use of that?
Yes,
Clear?
yes.
Okay. Now let's move to the next one. If only enter, we have to check static. I don't think because as I said, it's not condition type. Wait. Okay. Anyway, it's black. I don't know. It's saying that well, it's fine. Whenever you create it, you just make it as a static. That's fine. But I don't think we have to mark it as a static. But that's fine. If the document says maybe some reason is there, so just mark it as static also. That's fine. Okay, let's make it mark it as static for all those where the condition types are not there. Maybe some standard practice is there, so maybe I'm not aware of that. That's fine. Let's mark it mandatory static. Now this from 1 2, right? I told you whatever step you mentioned here, right? That is something we will use here. Now, if you notice, I have only maintained one. I mean, for one condition type, I have maintained this format 2. For that case, 30. Clear? What does it mean? Let me go to my sales order. Uh, mm, wait, let me put some value. Okay. Uh, okay. Now, if you see the pricing, what is the base price it is taking? What is the base price?
100.
100.
100. Then it is adding that 10 rupee to that. It becomes 110, right? Then it has subtracted that 5 rupee discount. That is becoming 105, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Deepak.
110 minus 5, 105. Let me open the calculator also. Or maybe let me open Excel. I don't know. Okay, it will work fine. So now we have 105. Now what is next? What is my value of ZK30? 10%, right?
10%.
10%. If I take 10% of 105, how much it will take? It should have taken
5.
10% of 10.5, 105,
10.5.
10.5. But why it is taking only 5? Why it is calculated only 5? Why not 10.5?
Because it's calculated on 100 rather than like with,
No, it's not calculated 100.
I mean, the amount which we are giving on the 10th step and
Right,
to, yeah.
exactly. It is calculating based on this.
Uh,
Why? Because we told the system for ZK30, you take, let's see, ZK30 is a percentage, okay? So it will apply on some value. So on what value it has to apply that 5% or 10%? It's a 10% in our case, right? Yeah, 10%. So 10% of what? So 10% of whatever we have at the step 10. Clear? So that is why you see here. What is the value of 10 step? What is the value at step number 10?
50.
50. So 10% of 50?
5.
5.
5
5
rupees.
rupees.
It took 5. Let us delete it now. Okay. Let me remove it now. Let's save it. Let's not close this window. Let's keep it here. Let's open another sales order. Try to get another sales order. We'll try to give the same value basically, whatever we have given there, and then I'll show you the difference. Okay. Let me open side by side. This is my old order. Old order opening, I'm at the left window. This is my new order, right? With the new change, whatever we have done. So 50 was there. Let us put some 100 here. 100. So this also we have added 10. Let's make it similar. Now you see the value of ZK30 in the new one,
It's taking 10.50 minus.
right? How 10.5?
It takes from manual nothing.
Nothing means it will take everything from top to bottom. So then from top to
Yeah,
bottom, how your pricing is happening?
top to bottom. Manually taking manual prices.
Yeah, tell me how it is taking that base price. 10% of what it is taking. Tell me the price. What
100.
first base price, then discount, that whatever. Tell me how you will read this pricing.
First it's taking 100 and next it's taking 10.
Right, 100 is the base price. Then there is some sort of surcharge, ZM73, that is 10 rupee.
Yeah,
So it is adding
yeah,
100, it is becoming 110. Then on top of that, there is 5 rupee discount directly, flat discount of 5 rupee, right? Then
yeah.
110 minus 5 becomes 105, right? That is this value, 105. Then 10% of 105 is 10.5.
10.5.
So this is why you see here. Clear?
Yeah,
Understood? If you don't maintain
yeah.
anything, it will consider everything whatever is above him, above this condition type. But if you maintain some specific number here from and to, then it will take that number only. Clear? What is the use of this from and to?
Yeah, Deepak.
Okay, let's do one more thing. Since we are given 10
Deepak,
and 10, right? Yeah.
from you took from 10 and 2 give 30. What happened then?
Okay, then that only I'm going to say. Yes. Wait, see. Let us try to use 20 and 30. Okay, let's make it 20, 30. That's fine. Let's save it. Now what system will do? It will sum all the values from 20 to 30. How many conditions are there from 20 to 30?
Three conditions.
Three conditions. So now it will sum all the three, and whatever value it will come, it will give 10% of that. Correct? This
Yeah.
is what we are expecting. Let's see. Now let's close. This is fine. We are okay with it. Let's create a new order again. The pricing is also very interesting also. Okay, if you understand, it's very interesting. And as I told you, it's work on condition technique. So if you practice here itself, the other things will be very easy for you. Because other places where you use condition technique, there these many options will not be there. The logic will same, condition type, access sequence, then procedure, all those things will be same. But this much complexity will not be there. Okay. So the more if you are practice with this more complex scenario here itself, the other as I said listing, determination, all these things will become very easy for you. Okay. Now let's go to our pricing. So it should take 20 to 30, ZNP0, let us give some 100. This also let's give 50. So ZNP0 it has value, ZN73 it has value, and ZK05 it has value. Now tell me what is the value of all these three if I sum it.
145.
100, 145. Right, but why it is taking 29.5? How come it become 29? Wait, something is wrong. It has taken 295. Why it is taking 295? 230 and we see 20 we have 100, then we have 50. Let me add this 150 as well. Then 150, then 5, right? 50, 50. It is taking 295, right? Okay. So basically, if you see 20 to 30, there are three condition types. Fine. But this is also lying between 20 to 30, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
because
Deepak.
29.
So
Yeah.
let's delete it. For timing, let's delete it so that you will not get confused. Okay. Let's delete it for timing. Okay. Now it should behave like this, right? Okay. Why it is not deleted?
It's not deleted. Huh?
Okay. Okay. Now it's 20 to 30. Now let me create again. That step also it was considering actually. Okay.
We did not save that.
Oh, we saved done. Okay, forget to save.
Okay, okay,
Okay,
okay.
I pressed the control S, not sorry.
Yeah.
I don't click on the save button. I in my keyboard I press control S.
But Deepak, it is on static mode, no? Why
Static, that
it
is
is
fine. That condition is static. What I told you,
okay?
that line is static. That will not impact the net price.
Okay.
But ZK30 is calculating on top of that. So
Okay.
ZK30 will not see whether it's a static or not. It will work on that. Let's say I'll give you one example. Let's say there are four type of discount working in your sales order, right? And the summation becomes 100. Okay, let's say 25, 25, 25, 25, then 100 total discount appeared, right? Now you have a scenario if your total discount becomes 100, you give some more 2% or 2 rupee discount, right? So what you
Yeah.
will do, you will sum all those 25, 25, 25, 25. You will create one more line description or some total discount kind of line you will add. That will be a static, that is fine. But that additional 2 rupees discount where you will give on that gross discount only, right?
Yeah.
So in calculation it will impact.
Okay.
Okay, let me, I don't know whether you understood, or let me put it here. Say you have ZD R0, ZDR1, ZDR2, ZDR3. These are 4 discounts. Okay, let's take any value. Let's say 10, 20, 60, or 10. And here I'm telling total discount or anything. But what I told you, I have one more condition type that ADX or something, that additional discount. That I want to give on top of this 100. Some of 100 only, right? 100, yeah. So how you will do now? Either you can use from here to here. Maybe the steps are like this: 10, 20, 30, 40, right? This could also be possible. But instead of maintaining this 10 to 40 like this, 10 to 40 you can maintain in the from 2 also. Or let's say this is step number 50. Or what you can do, you can simply type 50 also, right? That will also serve your purpose, right? If
Yeah.
it's very easy, you are saying, okay, let's serially. Maybe there are some more condition types, some more steps added into that. So you simply want to work on this one. So you give like
Hmm.
this. ZADD 50. So now whatever 2 rupees has to be added, that will be your 2%. No, not 2 rupees, let's say 2%. So now you maintain 2% of simply on this line, whatever value it has, 100. So 2% that means 10 rupees or 20 rupees, whatever it is, 10 rupees or 10 rupees, whatever it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now let's see in our case how it works now. Let me put one. Let's make 100. Let's make it 50. And what we go 20 to 30, that means Z and 30, 73 and 3005. These three, right? Yeah. Now you see, now you sum all these three values.
145.
145. 10% of 145,
14.50.
14.5. Okay. Now let's do one more thing. K30. Okay, K30. I will add one more line here as a 39. Okay. 39. So what I added? I added 39. Let's mark it static. Now I'll simply I'll tell here 39. 39. Same thing I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not the same. Slightly difference is there. I tell you what. Okay. See, when you said 20 to 30, it took all these three conditions, right? Now, what value test will show? When test will accumulate, it will accumulate 10 also. Because we have not given any step here, right? Because I told you, whenever you don't give any step, it covers everything, whatever is in above them, right? So test will sum all these four. But when what will happen, I'll tell you. See, first this point is there. If I don't give anything in this step, forget about the ZK0 30, ZK30 as of now. Forget about it. Let's focus here only. How much value the text, what value the text will bring in my sales order? It will sum all these four, right? Because there is no from to, correct?
Yeah.
But if I enter ZMP0, these two are prices. if I enter ZMP0, automatically this will become non-active, right? It will become inactive. Let's see this. Forget about ZK30, we'll come to that later. Let's go to V01. One. Yeah, now you see it is summing. Let's put some value here. Maybe 10. Okay. And, yeah, let me remove it. What is the value of test?
45.
45. Why? Because there are two condition type, both are active. So 50 plus 5 is minus, it becomes 45. Let me add some value here as a 10. So 50 plus 10, 60 minus 5 become 55.
55.
Now, as of now, we have not added this ZMP0. Now let me add this ZMP0 as 10. Let's add, or let's me add 20. Let's a different value. Now you notice if I press enter, this becomes inactive.
Hmm.
So system is adding only these three. See, 20 plus 10, 30, then minus 5, it becomes 25. So even if I maintain that I have not maintained anything, so it should take this 4, so because ZPR0 is becoming inactive, it is this line item is ignored that value.
Deepak, why
Yeah.
is it taking both the manual pricings? Because we have
No, no,
added
it's not
manually.
price. It's
That's it.
not price. This is different. The description says price. Let me go to condition type. What is the criteria that it will not take two prices? What is the criterion condition type? Condition class, right?
Yeah.
Condition class should not be B.
Hmm.
Let it open. Condition class will be different. It will be not B. Right? Use that 06. These two you are worried about, right? ZMP0 and ZM13, right?
ZMP0 and ZM73. Yeah.
ZMP0 is price, fine. So
Price.
this is why
Correct.
ZPR0 is deactivated. Now let's see
Yeah.
ZM13. Oh, sorry, ZM73. They have marked it the price. I can enter anything, right? I can type my name also, right? That's fine. But what is the class? This matters. This is description. You can, it's a free text. You can type anything. What matters is condition class. It's not V. It's searcher. So it is why it is not deactivating the other one. Okay? Let's not change it. I don't know who created it. Let's not change it. Okay. So clear why this test is taking 25 now? And now you see it is becoming 25 anyway. This ZK30, now you see ZK30. Okay. Now let's uh, take ZK30. What I have told ZK30? 39 to 39. What is the value at 9 and 39 in my case?
25.
25.
9 into 29 means 39 means this line, right? Test 25. So 10% of 25 becomes 2.5,
2.5.
right? I can also do that in PG. That means 20, 30. Yeah, if I maintain 20 to 30 also, it will give me the same result, right? If I maintain
Yeah.
here 20, 30, it will be same. But if I maintain 10 to 30, the system will add this also. Clear? How this from and to is impacting your pricing? Clear?
Hmm.
Mm. Yes, sir.
Now let's move to the next step. Yeah. Now manual. See, whenever you see this one line actually, yeah, let me just read this one. If you leave this blank from and to, automatically system takes the immediate value or the above value, whatever it has, right? Now let's go to manual. Whenever you hear this term manual, there are two ways of manual actually. Let me tell you. This ZM73 was a manual condition type, right?
Yeah,
In
manual.
ZM73, it's a manual. What I did, how you are saying it's a manual condition type?
Because we didn't assign any access sequence.
Access sequence. And what I did in my sales order,
We entered the value
value.
directly.
Now notice, I entered the value. ZM73 was already appearing there. I just entered my value. Clear? Notice the
Yeah,
difference. ZM73 was still there without any value. I entered it. Or you take ZMP0 also. It was there. That condition type was appearing there. I just added the value. Let's do one thing. Let us mark this ZM73 as a manual. Okay. And now we will see the difference. Okay. What I did? ZM73 I marked as manual.
manual.
Okay. Now let me create another order and now we will see the difference. Do you see that ZM73 anywhere?
No,
No. So though this is another type of manual condition. Now what I have to do, if I have to enter ZM73, I have to type that condition
type
type also.
type the condition.
And then I have to enter the value. So see, now I have to enter both. See, it took that value. But what I did this time, I entered the condition type also manually, and then I entered the value. So what this manual checkbox is controlling?
It it is using manual condition also, manual
But
condition
what is the
table.
impact? If in interview someone asks you, I have marked one condition type as a manual in which has 08, what will happen in the pricing for that condition?
If we want, we will take it. Otherwise, we will don't take it.
No, whether it will appear or not. The first difference is it will appear or not by
No,
default.
it
No,
doesn't appear.
by default it will not appear, but you can enter it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So whether that condition type to appear in your pricing appear, forget about the value. Whether that condition type appear or not, that control we do from this checkbox. Clear? Is it clear?
yeah, yeah.
Now, whether the value you can enter or not, that control where we have this 20 I entered, right? This checkbox is controlling this ZM73 to appear on that side. Where is
Yeah.
this control? That this ZM73 is the manual I have to enter 20 manually. Where is that control?
Condition type, I think
Condition
so.
type, exactly. You go to condition type. So ZM73, right? So here also you see it's access sequence is not there, so you know it's a manual. Also in some cases, as I told you, like in this ZK05. Okay, let me go to ZK05 first. Okay, you understand better. So even though it has access sequence, what I have maintained, manual entry has priority. So this is why I can enter this ZK05. right? So whether you should be allowed to enter the amount of a condition type, where from where we control in the condition type we have that control. But whether my condition type itself to appear by default or not, where is that control? That control is there in the pricing procedure checkbox. Clear?
Yeah, Deepan.
This is very important. You see, in some interviews, this people will ask you. They will simply say, see, when you say manual means, if someone asks you what is manual condition type in general, they have not mentioned whether they are talking about the condition type manual type or pricing procedure manual type. Then you have to understand that condition type will appear by default. You are only allowed to enter value in general. But in some interviews, people will ask you like this. I have checked this checkbox manual. What will happen? Then you have to say that condition type will not appear at safe by in the first place. You have to type that condition and then you can enter the value whatever it is there. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Yeah. So we have covered two manual. We have 2 minutes left. So let's see this requirement. That's required thing actually. The required means any condition type which we check, system will not allow to save the sales order or sales document if that condition type is missing. Clear? Now let's do one thing. Let's remove this manual first of all. Okay. Now let me do one thing. Let me put this as a required. Redundant P0. Okay. Let us do one thing. As of now, do you have the value redundant P0 in this document?
No, no,
If
no.
I save it, it allowed me to save, right? Clear? Without that value for that redundant P0, I was allowed to save it. You see, it was not there. The value was blank or zero. I could save. But if now if I mark it as a as a required and I save this configuration, and now if I create a sales order, now see what will happen. It should ask the value for that and P0. Without that, you cannot save it. Sorry. See, from the beginning itself, system is saying you this one. That and P0 is missing. That and P0 is missing. I don't know how whether you noticed or not. Let me do it again. If I go to VA01, if I type my customer, it's fine. If I type my material, if I put quantity, see here itself system is giving me that error, pricing error, that mandatory conditions that MPG is missing. Why it is mandatory? From where it is taking? It is taking from here. Required mandatory. Clear? If you go to
Yeah, Deepan.
condition, this doesn't have any value. So you cannot save it. You see? Okay, I think someone has done this standard changes actually. Okay, let us try to save. I don't think. Okay, it is allowing. This is something someone has played around with the standard incompletion procedure actually. But generally, if you mark this checkbox, system will not allow you to save. Okay, and as I told you, whatever field is mandatory or not, that is also another configuration that we call it incompletion procedure or document incompletion. So someone has played around with that standard configuration, that is why system allowed you to save. Okay, else it will not allow you to save unless until you put that condition type. We'll see when we cover this static what do you call it? But we when we cover this incompletion procedure, then I'll show you where there is that control and how why system is allowing us to save with this also without putting the required condition type. System is allowing you to save. Clear? Let's stop here only. We'll cover remaining controls tomorrow or Monday maybe. As of now, we have covered up to required, right? We'll see all this tomorrow. That's fine. Let's not hurry. Let's take time, but let's not be in hurry in this case.